Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Black Book. I believe we are on the hunt for a water demon to break the seal in our book, where we have a few exclamation marks here that we're going to go through. I've unlocked the Black Book seal. You can find new pages by choosing any unlocked seal section. At the start you can only choose from several available pages. The rest you'll have to get by defeating evil spirits or completing tasks. So, you've had, oh my god, what is style? The page's effect applies if all the pages in the Zagavor are of a matching colour. Oh my god. Cane goes really well with my current build then, of just black cards. Eternal, Serpent Sting. Status doesn't vanish with battle progress. Damage when health is lost. Deals 1 damage when you lose health. And it lasts forever. I'm not sure that's really all that worthwhile, to be honest. Circle. Gesture. Does not use word slots for the Zagavor. Okay. Abel. Oh, so we've got Cain and Abel. That classic biblical story. The page effect amplifies by 1. Yes, and then style again. Okay, so this is basically... they're the same card, except one's for defense, one is for attack. I could do with it a cane, but do I want to buy one? I'll probably just find it anyway. I do need to like change some things in my deck. No, I wanted to swap out my Avdelize for Avoils. Killer's kind of useful. I don't think Amen is really worth having in the deck. I can probably get rid of the Cold and Fiend. Firm and Stone, get rid of one of those. Once and Forever, also kind of pointless. Rabber has been useful at times. We don't need 4 Ketons, we'll get rid of a couple of those. Do we need 2 Salamandias? I don't think so. I'm just trimming the deck down a little bit to make sure we can have some space for some new stuff. Those Rise kind of pointless as well, we don't need that. I like Varahale because of the Bless, but it's also kind of... I have Bless from George Our Father, but that's another chance to get Bless for 2 turns. I want to try and minimise the chances of us getting nothing but white cards in our hand, which has happened a few times now. We buy Cain. Let's buy 1 Cain. See how it goes. Okay, what else is there? Pester with the Chorts. 2 of them are finished. The Chort comes back downcast. In the end, he couldn't scoop out the water from the culver. Yes. I'm just going to send you 2 on meaningless jobs. Have fun. Oh god, we have 3 now. I don't know what 30% leaf means. Gain 2 waste. On battle start. A chance of a Chort bringing back a random herb from a job. Oh. Okay. No matter what I do, he's gonna give me 1 sin. So, can I at least try and get something from it? Let's scare some children. That seems pretty harmless, all things considered. We gained the wreath. We had that before. Knowledge. We have in fact leveled up. What can we do? I think we've unlocked some basic ones. Number of active slots could be useful, but on the other hand, maybe we should do book handling. Page creation cost is reduced by 20%. Draw an additional key page each turn. Draw an additional order each turn. I feel like orders or keys are more useful. We also have our Chorts, but... Chort stuff doesn't really feel all that important. Understanding the Unholy. Choose from 4 pages. After a battle. That's quite good for getting the chance to get rarer cards, but let's just go with extra pages. Yeah, I think that's going to be the most useful. Okay, and now we can talk to Proshka.
What's that? What's that? What in the name are you doing? You can't pat me. I'm not your cat. I'm a demon, alright?
No, mate, you look like a cat.
Can't bet you. Let me tame him with a good poker hit.
Wait, what poker? Are you mad, Gramps?
Maybe that will make you a better Susetko. I have to feed you for that out of my can heart? Yesterday, some bird flew in. I had to chase it off. Where were you then? Huh? Not a sign, you furry short.
Why, stop, come on, you'll hate me, damn it. Be careful, Igor. Alright, I get it. I will do a better job as a Susetka from now on.
That's better. Next time my hit will find its mark.
He is not the kind to spoil his children.
I know, right?
So what about you, Proshka?
What happened after you became a spirit?
Seems like I do remember. We Susetkas can see future quite well. The past we forget after a century or so. I was from Chut's tribe, I think.
You're one of the Chut? They say Chut are small and wide-eyed. And you're cats!
There are spirits like that, called Chut. People lived here, a tribe like Komi-Pyrmins, a long time ago. So, I was one of them. There was my hut, at the same place where the church was built. Or a dugout it was? I remember exactly that I lived at the same spot. They must have buried me under the threshold, so I became a house spirit. And when Isba was gone and the church appeared, then I must have moved there. A lot of things happened. I will stir my memory a bit more about how I was Susetka in that Isba. Tell you later.
Okay, what about shape changing?
So you can take any shape?
I can. A wolf or a man, take a pick. Usually don't need it though. Ordinary people see us as shadows, nothing more. The rest they imagine themselves.
Okay, well I'll talk to you
Let's
later.
go. We'll talk later.
Okay, so we have a visitor. Oh, it's actually a man this time and not a demon.
Well met. Is this the house of old Igor?
That's right. What brings you here?
Here, I brought a gift for you. Salt. Hear me out, please.
Ah, money.
I'm from Ust-Barovsk. I have a salt factory there.
Oh, we got a new encyclopedia entry. The presence of strong salt brine and vast woodlands on the banks of Kama, Chusovia, and Usolka contributed to the rapid growth in the number of salt pans. Initially, salt was boiled out of the brine, extracted from wells with primitive brine pipes. Later, salt refineries emerged with more complex extraction processes. Some of them stayed active up to the second half of the 20th century.
I'm Pahom Nikolaevich, the manager. My business is quite serious. I need to speak to you eye to eye.
You need to speak to Vasilisa. She's the one in charge here now.
A knower girl? That's a dangerous job.
No such thing as a safe job. Everything is as God wills it.
It is as you say. God abandoned our salt works. One day there's some noise in the salt oven. Another, some shadows near the salt boxes.
So what? I see nothing strange. These things happen all over the gubernia.
Gubernia, a major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire.
This is true. However, there was no brine at first. And the other day, some workers went missing. It's been several days. The police don't care. They say they'll be back. I've already organized my own guards. I myself saw a kind of shadow near the barns. It disappeared the moment I saw it. I was told you can help me deal with spirits, and so I came here.
Okay, what can you tell me about these missing people?
Tell me, Pahom Nikolaevich, how people went missing.
A week ago we hit brine. It just started gushing out. So we started working it, day and night, filled all the salt boxes. I put Alexei from Gorodishevo on the night shift. He went missing. People said he went on a binge. The local doctor says he's an alcoholic. And then Pyotr went missing, also on the night shift.
Did you try to figure out who is kidnapping these people?
Yes. On the third day, I sent a couple of strong men, myself among them. All was quiet at first, and then, at night, some sort of shadow appeared. Trishka called out to it, but it started thrashing about. I still get chills thinking about it. I crossed myself, and the shadow ran to the barn, or to the oven, or to the salt box, I couldn't tell which. Come morning, I saddled the horses.
Okay, what about these salt works?
Tell me about your salt works.
It isn't close. A factory near Ust-Urolka. We do everything there. Extract the brine and load the permianko onto the barges. Permianka is what we call our salt. Accidents happen, can't avoid them. But we never had to deal with demons.
Okay, what about this missing salt?
You said the salt started to disappear.
For half a year we had little to no salt. Disasters, one after the other. But we held on. Now we struck brine. Workers have gone missing.
Okay, I will help you.
I won't leave you hanging.
But if we help you, don't forget about our reward. Perhaps you have some ancient or consecrated item?
I was kind of expecting for him to ask for just, like, unlimited salt.
Don't worry about that, we won't forget. The main thing is that we find who is to blame.
Have you had any arguments with the Vodyanoi?
With the Vodyanoi, he doesn't give us any trouble in the factory. I'm a God-fearing man. We offered our Vodyanoi vodka and baked treats.
All right, I'll take a look at your factory.
I organized transportation for you. They'll get you to the station. There, the manager will show you the way to the factory. Go as soon as you're ready. I'll go on ahead. Well, see you soon.
God himself sent him, Vasya. There you will break your seal. If only I had some Kupala salve, I could get there instantly. Oh, well, when Kupala comes, I'll get the required herbs. Get to it.
Okay, let's set off. We're going to the post station. Oh, I can bring my cat with me? Wait. I am bringing the cat with me. He is my companion. What does he do? Proshka's defense. He just gives me 5 defense. That's kind of useless, but oh well. I suppose it could help us in the clutch. Post station. You can find these stations all over Gubernia. A place to rest and change horses. We get to walk around. That looks like a herb right there. Not a herb? It is a herb. Peter's Cross. This root can be found in meadows and flat areas alike. Sometimes near sea and rivers too. Removes poison and waste stars. Very useful. That worries me that we're going to be coming up against stuff that has a lot of poison and waste. Let's have a look at that cart.
This cart has seen better days.
A note?
Vitka, go shoot some magpies on the street. I'm sick of their cawing.
Well, that's a pretty extreme. Is that a herb I can pick up? It is. Crying herb. Crying herb, crying herb. You've cried for so long, but shed so few tears. Don't let your tears fall on the open field. Don't cast your wails over the blue sea. Strike fear to evil demons, half-demons and old Khyven witches. And if they won't bow, drown them in tears. And if they run, banish them to the depths of hell. May my word be strong and resolute with you, forever and ever. Removes 1 harmful status. Another status-removing herb probably doesn't bode well. Let's talk to the station warden.
So I rolled up a cigarette. And then I tell him, spicing it up with curses. Then he crowed and disappeared. Happened this year in the hunting season.
Was he also asking about your daughter?
Come on, Your Excellence. Every knowledgeable passerby thinks he has to pull my leg.
God bless.
God bless.
The nobleman glances at you, flushes red, and nods in a restrained manner.
There aren't any horses at the station.
Really? And what about your Sivka?
The Sisetko's been riding that one for 7 nights straight. She doesn't let anybody near.
The house spirit's been riding a horse?
You have to wait for fresh post horses. They're due in the morning.
And listen to Samson's tall stories. My name is Alexander. My companion is none other than the station caretaker.
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Uzbarovsk factory.
You won't make it far without a carriage at this hour. We can play some cards while we wait.
Oh, please no.
Where are you from?
From Vilgard. I have business at the factory. The horses could bring me only as far as this station.
The locals perhaps are afraid of riding in the direction of the factory.
Well, what do you expect? The factory is haunted, and now demons have snipped the telegraph lines. What a mess. At this rate, we'll be left without a Tsar.
About that. Can I ask you some questions? About the telegraph?
Did the demons cut the lines or what?
Does seem a bit weird that demons would cut telegraph poles.
Who else?
According to you, the demons are to blame for everything. Is winter also their doing?
You bet. Have you heard of shulikuns?
Shulikuns? Seasonal spirits coming out on the land on Christmas or New Year's Eve and going back under the water through the ice holes after baptizing day.
I know about them, and I know for a fact that the winter is not their doing. It's all in the celestial bodies.
Really?
So what happened to the telegraph?
Who knows? The monitor came, took the horses, told me he was going to fix them. Took the stableman as well.
Samson says the spirits are to blame. He says all sorts of superstitious things.
Try living by the forest as long as I have. You'd see stranger things.
Okay, what can you tell me about this factory?
What have you heard about the factory?
It used to be a fine factory. Before the devil came, people started to disappear. There's always some witchery going on.
Was it before the recent disappearances?
I heard the same thing from the peasants. They say it's a bad place.
That's right. Everyone knows the mills are all haunted. Why would the factory be any different?
Just don't go in the water if you can't swim.
He told me about other cases.
Well, there's no lack of misfortune. Pahom sure had it tough. Then all these problems with the brine started.
Now they tell me more salt workers are disappearing. God is punishing them.
Or the devil.
Okay, what about yourself, Alexander?
What about you, Alexander? Where are you going?
I'm going to Logova village. I'm a doctor, studied in St. Petersburg. The doctor there has his hands full. A difficult case. We've been exchanging letters.
I know a little about folk medicine. What happened here?
A witch doctor. A noble trade, but not as effective as the scientific approach.
Oh, here we go.
Well, listen. The peasant girl developed a kind of emaciation. She can't sleep at night, hallucinates.
What do the people say?
The usual things. Curses, kolduns.
I know how to deal with that. Perhaps I could help you.
There's no curse there. I mean, are there even such things?
Normally, I would agree with this man right here. But I have fought a giant tree, so I'm going to say that yes, there are curses here.
There's a sick girl in Logova village. Come, I'll be waiting for you. I mean, I'll be in the village.
Okay. What about horses?
Will we get to Urolka with this horse?
Sure, if Sivka comes to its senses. Doesn't look like it, though.
I want to ask about something else.
Okay, well, let's check on the horse.
I'll go check on your livestock. Maybe I can calm it down.
Go on. His Excellence also has places to go. He's been waiting.
Alright then, well, I think the horses are this way, judging by this shit amount of noise that's coming. There it is. Can I look over here? Okay, let's talk to the restless horse.
The persistent neighing of a horse can be heard from the stables. When you come closer, you see a black shadow shuffling around the animal.
We can either scare away the shadow, or we can inspect the horse. Let's inspect the horse.
You take a closer look and recollect your grandfather's lessons. This is a susiedka. You're sure of it.
Read this in entry on the Susetko, while a horse is neighing in the background. Oh my. Susetko is the name for a domovoi, or a house spirit, in Churden Usvid. They are often called Susesko, pal, or Susetko brother. In Komi-Perm folklore, he is called Suskolon or Vezulun. He is a helpful, rather than harmful, spirit. He helps as a good neighbor might, and this may be why his name is similar to that of neighbor in Russian. Sosed. A domovoi lives alone, but the Susetko is a family spirit. He more closely resembles a patron of the head of the family that lives in an izba, and his wife and children are patrons to other members of the family. The Susetko warns of danger and protects people and pets, but strongly dislikes when his wards behave improperly. He may punish them for this at night by pressing on the sleeper's chest so that his chest aches and his breathing becomes shallow. If any livestock has a hide that is the same colour as the master's beard, the domovoi may take a liking to it. If a Susetko likes a horse, he might braid its mane. He also likes braiding women's hair. Cutting off these braids causes headaches. Oh. Oh well, let's scare away the shadow.
Oh, avid! Do your folk have a cabin here, or something?
Oh no, it's him.
Why do you torture the animal? A Susetko is supposed to look after the horses, not torture them.
So you see me? What of it? This animal is the wrong color. It's not like that of the master.
Are you serious? Let's ask about the horse colour.
The color is wrong. What color do you require?
Oh, I'd be happy even with a small, puny horse, but it should be the same color of the master's beard. If I waste this one, he'll buy a new one.
I mean, I can't doubt the logic. Proshka, can you help me?
I'm telling you as one Susetka to another. Do you see that girl's book?
Of course I do.
So if you're such a specialist in colors, take a look at its cover. All the Zagavars in there are for getting rid of Susetkas. Believe me, I know.
My, oh my.
The domovoi hisses like an angry cat. The spirit jumps off the horse and disappears into a dark corner of the stables.
You have made the correct choice, my dear friend. There you go, I fixed your horse. Can I go now? As much as violence would have been the more exciting solution to this problem.
Oh, Vasilisa. So, how's the horse?
Wait, the master doesn't have a beard. He has a moustache. It's time to go.
I managed to calm the animal down. I made arrangements with the Susetko.
Well, what do you know? All right. I'll get you where you need.
Thank you for not sharing any more of these wonderful stories.
They aren't stories, that's what happened.
Okay. Let's go to the road to Ust-Borov. This place isn't far from the plant, and I'm assuming these are the, these are the alternate things here.
The caretaker points in the direction of Ust-Urolka, and the cart with Alexander in it departs to Logova village. As you plan your next moves, you're interrupted by a shadow that appears suddenly on the road.
Let's call out.
For a moment, the shadow stops, but then quickly approaches you.
Oh.
Soon, a peasant stands before you with a heavy club in his hands.
Maybe he's just, I don't know, cracking pine nuts or something. Hello.
Who goes there?
Nice hat. Hello.
I'm from Vilgard. I'm headed to the salt works.
Cross yourself first.
Okay.
You make the sign of the cross over yourself.
Phew, I thought I'd run into a demon. That kind wouldn't be willing to bless itself. I was sent for a night watch from Ust-Borovsk village. Shorts are bothering folk at the factory. You're heading there?
I am indeed.
Well, yes. I'm an Or from Cherdyn. I'd like to help.
Which? I'd better get going.
Do you know anything about the disappearances that have happened here?
What did you hear about the missing people?
Gone without a trace. At first, we thought they'd gone on a drinking binge. But no! They went missing during their night watch. I heard there was a thick fog on those nights. Looked like a river overflowing.
Okay, and what about Salt?
What have you heard about the missing Salt?
I heard it went missing long ago. Must be some thieves.
Could it be Chorts?
Could be. Oh, kingdom of the Lord. I used to be a salt walker once. See? Ears are all eaten away. Better ears than the immortal soul, though.
We got a new encyclopedia entry. The salt trade. The beginning of May, once the spring floods allowed ships to approach cities, the arrangement of trade caravans began. Salt was sent to Novgorod, the centre of the salt trade. Labourers shouldered large sacks full of salt and carried them onto the ships. The salt irritated their ears and neck, which swelled and turned red. This is the origins of the widely known phrase salty-eared Permiak, citizen. I have never heard of that phrase, but I guess I am not Russian. Or from that part of the world. Okay, well, goodbye.
Well, God bless you.
I think we have enough time to go to the Kororin woods. Let's go have a look. The road to Logovo village goes through this wood.
Sharp pine trees overhang the road like the legions of demons you've seen in many icons at the Church of the Trinity. You nearly jump. The forest darkness is torn apart by a flaming whirlwind hurtling over the trees.
Oh, we can totally follow that.
You run after the fiery whirlwind. You think that you've lost it, but then see it above the trees again. The chase leads you to Logova village. The fiery omen circles the chimney of one of the houses, and then vanishes.
Okay, well, we can leave the location. I wonder what that symbol simplifies. Oh, that didn't last very long. Let's go to Logovo village. This is the village Alexander visited to cure a peasant girl.
You knock on the door of the Izba, next to which you saw a fiery image vanish. Alexander opens the doors. Inside, the doctor has already prepared the remedies. Among the bottles, you notice several old candles.
I didn't expect you to answer the invitation. But come in. Here is the sick girl.
On a bench under the icons lies an emaciated woman. Her eyes are open, but clearly do not see. She whispers abrupt phrases.
He'll come. He'll be back. He'll be back.
What are you talking about? What are you waiting for?
Vanya, he's back. I know it.
It seems that this woman is delirious after several sleepless nights.
This Vanya, is he presumed dead?
He's alive. Alive. I've seen him. He's well except for his missing spine.
That seems like not well.
Her husband was killed in action. The news came not so long ago, they say.
I saw a demon near the village.
That's the tales of Samson. They make you see things.
No, I think evil spirits has a hand in this.
Of course they did.
Don't believe me? I know for sure a demon's at fault. The demon comes to the girl in the image of her dead husband. It drains her of her life force and can lead to her death. What spirit is to blame for her sickness?
I still don't... The hint never seems to do anything, but let's click it anyway. Ah, get rid of her dead husband. Some chorts take an image of a dead relative, often a husband, and come to the grieving. Such a chort flies in the sky as a fire sheaf, broom, or spindle. Only on the ground it assumes the dead man's image. One can recognize this demon by the absence of his spine. Is it a fiery snake?
Looks like a fiery snake's doing.
I should have probably guessed fiery snake, given the fact there was a fiery whirlwind, but you know. Some chorts take an image of a dead relative, yeah, okay. To the grieving, such a short flies in the sky. Yeah, that's what we read, right?
It all fits. The dead man, the visions, the lack of a spine. He must be close right now.
Close? Yes, he's here. Soon my Vanya will come.
Okay, what about this sickness?
When did she fall ill?
The local doctor first wrote to me about her several months ago.
A long time. We won't cure her with words at this point.
Fiery snake?
There's this type of chort. They take the form of the dead and visit the living. They can also look like their husbands.
Something tells me Alexander doesn't believe me, but let's ambush the chort.
We need to ambush the chort that's been haunting her. If we get on the stove, he won't notice us. You'll see it with your eyes if you're close.
This is madness.
If we don't do this, the woman will soon follow her husband. No powders will make her better. Besides, they say that educated men like to put everything to the test.
That is a perfectly valid point.
Alexander reluctantly agrees and gets on top of the stove. You don't wait long. Sparks fly out of the mouth of the stove, and out crawls a pale chort with cow's hooves. For a moment, you think you hear Alexander whispering protective zagavers. However, you have no time to think. You need to decide what to do next.
Read that encyclopedia entry, that's what we need to do. The fiery snake. An evil spirit called the fiery snake often presents itself to women who are grieving for their lost husbands. To its victims, this demon is indistinguishable from their loved ones, but to outsiders it appears as a ball of flames or as a sheaf of sparks. It sometimes brings gifts to peasant girls, which by morning turn to stones or dung. One can also identify the snake by its back, which appears to be a coffin of rotting flesh. Well, let's talk to it.
Hey, you demon, come again yesterday.
That is a face. That is a face. Come again yesterday. What an interesting phrase.
All the streak in a book. Who's there on the stove?
Why do you torture this girl with a fiery snake? Get out while you still can.
You guessed it.
That's what I think.
That's enough. The stove won't stop me. I'll get you.
The chort turns into a sheaf of sparks. You jump off the stove and draw a circle.
Good thing we're getting good at drawing these circles, huh? Okay, so it is a ball of fire with 100 health. It is rage and it has fiery sickness. Suppressed. Dex attack deals 1. Reduces when taking damage. Oh no. So it's gonna... Increases blessed by 5 with every health loss? Oh jeez. This is gonna be fun, isn't it? Well, let's play a lock. And then we're just gonna go all in. Killer, Nava, and hit it for 22 damage. And I don't need to use Proshka's defense, so... You're gonna hit me for 15. Oh, okay, good. No, he's not. I am, however, now suppressed. You're gonna hit me for 32. Oh dear. Oh dear. But it gets reduced, right? Maybe. 32 is a lot. 32 is a hell of a lot. George our father. 32 is in fact most of my health. If I can reduce this via damaging, then it won't be so bad. If I cannot, I may be in trouble. Let's cast that extra defense from Poshka. I don't know if it's reducing my attack. Suppressed. I'm only doing 5 damage. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm only doing -1. I'm only hitting it for 1. Oh my god. This might be a problem. 40! Oh my Christ. Waste. I'm still suppressed. I don't know how to get around this suppression. How much does that hit for? 5. See, now that should hit for way more than 5. Victim's head. Ketone. Yeah, it's because I'm suppressed. I don't know how to reduce the suppression. I may lose here. Because it's getting blessed up every time I do this. Is it every time I attack I lose 1 suppression? Is that what's happening? I think that's what's happening. Okay, so now I've got waste for 10 turns, which absolutely sucks. And he's going to hit me for 56. Oh my god. I can hit you for 40. Ah, it's not enough to kill you though. Oh no. Well, we're going to have to heal here because otherwise I'm going to die. We're going to heal with a card and then... Wait. Can I... Bless to 2 and then do killer? Does that give me 44? That's still not enough. Damn. I can, however, cast Rabba. Block for 7, I'll block for 12. Is that actually enough? Oh man. Maths on the fly. I should probably point out that it's 1 billion degrees in the UK right now, so my math ability in my head is somewhat not functional. 56 minus 12. Is that gonna kill me? 44. Oh, I'm so dead. Trying to work out if there's actually anything I can do here. Oh, I could remove negative status effects. 13. That's all I can do. I guess I could get rid of that bless and swap it out for just a straight up 5 block for 16. $21. I genuinely don't know. Let's just find out what happens. Ow. Oh my god, that did 10 damage. Gonna hit me for 60? Ah! This boss might be the hard counter to my deck. Just saying. Oh god. Let's restart the battle. Okay. What can I do? We'll start off by hitting him as hard as I can. 14 damage. Short of hitting him for like just his entire health bar in 1 turn, I'm not really sure what to do here. Alright, so now I'm suppressed for 7 attacks. He's gonna hit me for 39. Right, if I just... Is it per... suppressed next attack deals 1, reduces when taking damage. Right, so if I just wall up here. 19 with Roshka's defense as well. Will I lose that suppression when he hits me? Thank you, Proshka. Answer that question is a solid no. So now he's going to hit me for 29. There's no point me attacking because my attacks now just do 1 damage. So now I'm going to do 2 damage. Guess I could use the gesture to try and get rid of it and then... But I can't defend myself either. I may have to rejig my entire deck here. It's another lock. Why do I have so many locks? Doing 6 damage. Is that going to reduce the suppression by 6 or is it going to reduce it by 1? 1. That somehow did it by 2. Yeah. This is the first enemy I've come across where it's actually problematic. Cain I just haven't used, so... One with Cain is it's so like situational. You have to have a handful of black cards. It would work in most times, but maybe not this particular fight. We definitely need more healing, I feel. Key. I reckon Babushka Mandalina is probably more useful here. Some firms. Father's name, maybe? Igla. I'm literally just going with all that. Maybe Waste would be a good one. I'm just going to throw a couple of random cards in here and see how well it works. A couple of key tongues. And then we'll just go with that. Maximum amount of cards in the hand. Alright. It's going to do suppressed this turn. Which just sucks. Let's go with a Bless. Killer, Nava. Or I could just go Nava, Key Tongue. Amen. Let's go. I think this is a fight where I have to hit him little amounts. This is literally a hard counter for my deck of hitting him as hard as I can. Because I need to wait for his Bless to drop, otherwise he's going to just be hitting me for just 39. Yeah, there it is. And even with this sort of arrangement here, I'm only blocking for 26 and he's hitting me for 39. And now I'm going to hit him and it's going to... Nava is hurting me here. It's staying in my hand, which is usually very useful, but I'm hitting him. And it's just buffing him up. Ouch. And now he's going to hit me with Waste, which is just annoying. Let's sit here and wait. Let's get a Bless in here, actually. Let's go with George our Father. Igla to heal myself. This isn't going to drop my suppression. That's the only problem I've got here. Oh wait, hang on a minute. I just had an idea. And I have a herb that removes one harmful status effect. Does suppression count as a harmful status effect? Let's find out. Oh, suppression's actually gone. Well, if suppression's gone, excuse me. I'm going to hit you very hard. Didn't hit him very hard. Okay, he's got 15 health left. Okay, hang on. Maybe. All depends what happens now. Can I hit him for 15? Killer, Nava... For 47. 50. That was close. Oh my god, please. I never want to do that ever again. Any new pages are automatically added to the Black Book. Hello, we actually have some new pages here. Moon Brothers. Well versed, the page effects amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same colour in the sideboard. It's a white card that does damage. It does damage and it blocks. That seems amazing. The Shuka Belga. This page effect amplifies for 1. Okay, Eloquence white, but it gives me 1 sin. The Kokor deals twice the amount of damage if against an enemy curse. I reckon Moon Brothers. 40 rubles, 1,000 experience.
The short breaks out with a brilliant flame and disappears into the stove. It won't return to this izba, but it's better for you to prepare for your next encounter with it. You inspect the sick girl. She looks a bit less pale. Her strength is gradually returning to her. Alexander thanks you modestly and prepares to set off. The young man avoids looking at you. It seems his meeting with the demon had a profound effect on him. He reluctantly admits that he whispered some prayers while sitting on the stove.
Yeah. Let's leave the location. Right, in order so I'd have to do that again, let's go to the Black Riverbank where I will save the game. This place is called Black Riverbank for the reason I should be careful.
The murmur of the Chornaya River can be heard amidst the darkness. You also hear several voices nearby. A prickly sensation on your back tells you they belong to the spirits.
Let's read a prayer.
Having heard your voice and the holy words, the spirits disappear. The only thing you hear is a water splash.
Approach the bank.
On a stone by the water, you notice a wet comb.
A new Balilisha. A mermaid's comb. We're known for fishing, but not just angling, mind you. Fishing starts before dawn. Men come with nets, fish, and spears. There used to be quite a bit of fish in this river. One time, the lads threw insults at Roshalka because she frightened away all the fish by combing her hair on the stones. She dropped her comb, and the lads, fools that they were, picked it up. And wouldn't you know it, their nets tangled up, their fish escaped, and the crew chief got sick all of a sudden. Some witch talked some sense into them, told them to return the comb. They came back to the same place, put it under a stone, and placed a loaf of bread as an offering, with blins to boot. Next morning, the offering was gone, and wouldn't you know it, so was their chief's ailment. The nets started bringing in plenty of fish to sell again. That seems like a warning sign to not take the comb, but I'm going to take the comb.
You leave the river behind and go back on the road to Ust-Barovsk.
Devil's comb. This comb smells of river silt and seems perpetually damp. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, we'll see you next time.